Hey folks, Kevin here. I'm getting ready for a 5-day trip. Thought I'd show you how I pack my pack. Alright, let's talk about how I pack my stuff. I'm going to go on a trip in a couple days, a 5-day trip, aiming for the Superior Hiking Trail. And it's kind of a last minute thing, so I'm scrambling to get my stuff together, and I thought I'd show you what the process I go through. Alright, so let's talk about the clothes that I'm going to wear first. I have a nice wool shirt that's going to go against my body. I have similar underwear, which for some reason isn't here, so I got to make a note of that and pack that. I like to wear the wool because it doesn't smell as bad, and I get a lot of chafing as well, and the wool, natural fiber, works very well down there. So the other thing I wear close to my skin is some nice thin liner socks, and some nice, these are Wigwams, the brand name, wool socks. I'll wear those inside my hiking boots. I'm either going to wear shorts because the weather's been awesome lately and there aren't too many bugs, so there's a chance I'll hike in shorts. I rarely hike in shorts, but I will either hike in shorts or I will hike in my black hiking pants here, my black Prana hiking pants. On my head, as always, will be my Tilly hat, rain or shine. Excellent, excellent hat. And to keep sun off my arms and bugs off my body, I'm going to wear this this shirt. I believe this is a permethrin treated shirt, and I got that at Columbia last year. This is going to go in with my clothes. Always need a toque. Always need a toque. Exterior on my pack in a pocket is going to be my map case with maps. I've got a couple nice little maps of the Superior Hiking Trail. I've got 2 water bottles. These are reused vitamin water bottles, and I'm going to put those on the strap of my pack. Together they hold about 1.5 liters. I'm going to keep this one out to drink. Throw this one down. I'll be carrying these, my Black Diamond Flick Lock Alpine Carbon Cork hiking poles. And in my pack will be my passport and my car keys and some other valuable things. A few of these items I'll show you in a minute. Oh, in my pocket will be 1 or 2 lighters, a Swiss Army knife, and this is the sum total of all my weaponry on my trip. And I bring along a fire steel with a piece of magnesium. A couple little items didn't get put in the pack. I'll talk about those as I get into this here. Alright, on the outside of the pack, this side here, I've got a piece of foam to sit on. I have a little mini trowel. This is the Tent Lab trowel. It's a very, very thin, very, very light trowel if I need to dig a cat hole. Might come in handy. I always bring a small saw with me. This is a backhoe folding saw. You never know when you need to make a fire to stay warm, and a saw really helps, and that's about the lightest saw I can imagine. And on the outside of that pocket I have my poles for my tent, and nothing else in there. The other pocket I'm going to have my Crocs, and those are a last minute item. I may or may not bring them depending on the weather. We'll see how it goes. If it's wet, I'll probably bring those, and if I do, I will likely bring my Gore-Tex socks, which I can wear over my other socks, fit inside my Crocs, and did I say Crocs over my socks? I'll fit these socks over my socks and into my Crocs, and that'll be a comfy camp shoe if it's raining. I'll undo this. That's where I keep my rain gear, my rain jacket, my pack cover, and my rain pants. Inside the pack, I've got 5 days or 6 days supply, 5 nights supply of food in my earth sack. Talk about that later. Got a couple fuel canisters. 5 days is that magic time where I'm going to use up most of one fuel canister, and just for comfort I bring along a small one just in case either something takes too long to cook or there's a leak or something. Usually on a 5-day or 6-day trip I shake this at the end and I've got enough for a couple more water boils. So I've even experimented at home seeing how much I can boil. One time I boiled for 10 minutes after I was done my trip. So yeah, probably don't need this, but I bring it anyway. I bring a Nalgene water canteen, and that's more than a liter's worth of water. And what does that say? 48 ounces, whatever that is in liters. It's about 1.5 liters, I would say. And I have a 2-liter Platypus water filter, and I filter directly from one to the other. I don't bring my Platypus clean bag. I just bring this canteen, and that's pretty handy in camp. Here's some of my camera gear. So let's talk about the tripod. I bring this little Gorilla tripod, very, very small. I put that in the front pocket of my pack. I'll also put this, which is a stick pick. Lots of good videos out there about stick picks. Great idea, great invention. And I bring this little double male threaded attachment, which attaches my camera to the hole that I put on the top of my hiking pole. That way I can pound my hiking pole into the ground, pound it into the ground. I can screw this into the attachment on my hiking pole and screw my camera on there, and I've got a monopod that I can use. So that's kind of handy. So those things will be in the pocket of my hip belt. In my pack, I carry 5 extra batteries, usually about 1 battery per day. And I've got this other thing. This is a Brunton power pack. I've used this before. It works pretty good. I've had difficulty in cold weather, and I've had difficulty with it if I don't catch the battery right away. It seems to just keep draining power as it charges a battery that's already full. So you got to be careful, but I should be able to get 3 or 4 more recharges. So I just bring this as a backup. First aid kit, nice and small. I put a little extra stuff in here. I'll just show you a couple things that are in here that I add to it. So it's a first aid kit that I've bought, and I've taken a lot of stuff out of it, and I've added a few things. After hurting my knee on a trip once, I always bring an elastic bandage. In the States they call them an ace bandage, so I always bring one of those. And I always take the tape that's in these things out, and I put in some real tape. If you need to deal with a wound, you want to use some real good medical tape. And I always add some antibiotic ointment, just in case you need it. And the rest of it is pretty much all bandages. I've taken out anything that really wasn't a bandage, and I have also added some moleskin for your feet. Foot care is a big deal. So that's what's in there. Inside here, I've added some ibuprofen. You always use ibuprofen on the trail. These are some pills the doctor gave me a while ago, a prescription. These are some very strong anti-inflammatories. If my knee starts bothering me badly, I can pop 1 or 2 of those, and I'll be good. I always swap out the scissors in a first aid kit for these really good scissors. EMT shears, I guess they're called. They're cheap, and they will cut through metal if you need. So those are the things I alter in a first aid kit. 5-day trip, just like fuel. A 5-day trip is where you go from one roll of toilet paper to a partial roll. So bring 2 rolls of toilet paper and some hand sanitizer. I bring my cook kit, which you've seen me use in a couple other videos. I'll show you that some other time. I bring a tarp, and this is an item that I have pulled out. If I know it's going to be really nice weather, I won't bring this. It's about £1. It's a sil nylon 8x10 tarp, and I've got some nice cord in there, so it's all contained. And if it's absolutely going to be nice weather, I won't bring it. But on a 5-day trip, there's likely going to be 1 or 2 days that are rainy, so I'll bring that. Okay, this is sort of the bathroom container. This has bug spray, which this time of year I don't think I'll need. It has baby powder and Gold Bond cream, which for chafing is a good thing to have. And toothpaste, and I'll throw my toothbrush in here. And I have some SPF 30 lip balm. Along with this, what I call the bathroom kit, I have some wet wipes. Those are great for cleaning up in the morning after you do your business, or at night before you go to bed, to get all the sweat out of all the cracks and crannies of your body, and that really cleans you up. And if you suffer from chafing like I do, that's the #1 thing you got to do. Right, here's my tent. I keep my tent in a dry bag. It's not a compression sack. It's a pretty small tent, and that's small enough. That's my Big Agnes Copper Spur UL1. Here's my clothing bag. That's all the clothes I'm going to need. I really like these new Sea to Summit Ultra Sil bags. That's a 13-liter bag, and it holds lots of stuff, and it's very light. So for cold weather, I have a little fleece here that I'll throw on. 1 extra pair of wool socks, 1 extra pair of wool underwear, as I said before. That really helps with chafing. I will bring my Long John bottoms, and I will bring my Long John tops. And this I'll usually sleep in, depending on how cold it is. I'll sleep in those. It's also really nice to sleep in these. So that my skin doesn't stick to my sleeping pad, so that's kind of nice. Unless it's really hot, I'll wear those anyways. And last but not least is my sleeping bag. Now I just did a video on that, and it was a lot smaller than this. That's because inside of here I have not just my sleeping bag, but my sleeping pad. This is my Thermarest Neo Air. I got the extra large one, which is really nice because I tend to have large shoulders, and I'm not as tall as what this needs. And I thought about cutting off the end. There's a great video out there about how to do that, but it's so small and light compared to my other pads. I just figured, hey, I'll leave that be. And I have a Sea to Summit pillow, which if you're like me and have a bad back and neck pain and stuff, that is indispensable. And then inside of there is my quilt, which you've seen before. Alright, that's it. Few little tweaks here and there. Got to remember that toothbrush. Got to remember some underwear for my trip. I don't think that'll be hard to forget. And other than that, I think I've got everything. Alright, I'm going to pack this back up. One thing that I'm not sure if I'm going to bring on this trip or not is my bear spray. I keep it in this canister until I carry it with me. It has this holster on it, which I will attach to my pack. And inside this canister is my can of bear spray. So when I'm in the field, backpacking by myself in bear country, I will almost always have this with me and by my side. Because where I'm going has a lot more people, and don't hear so many bear stories out of the States as you do in Canada, I may not bring this because it is quite heavy, but we'll see. So this has got I should do a video sometime on this, but it's got a quick release tab, and you can spray that, and pepper spray will come flying out of there. I think I've got just enough battery life to talk about my food. I keep my food in this Ursack, which I got a couple years ago. It's really great. It's made of a Kevlar material which bears cannot rip through. So instead of throwing a rope over a tree, I will tie this to a tree, and bears will be able to scratch at it and crush whatever's in it, but they won't be able to get it. So let's see what I got in here for food. For drinks, I have coffee and green tea. Most of this is lunch right now. I also have some lemonade for this is Mio liquid water enhancer, which is really, really good. If you're getting dehydrated and you're not drinking enough water, squirt a bunch of this in your water, and it'll taste good and you'll drink more, which is good. Here's some junk food to go with lunch. Lunch is going to be pretty straightforward, simple. As again, this is a last minute kind of a thing, so my lunch consists mostly of granola bars with some dried cranberries, some cashews, Snickers bars, coffee crisp, cheese, and salami. That will be my sort of picnic lunch every day. Alright. Suppers. I've got, this is dehydrated at home, so I've got some chicken curry, I've got some shepherd's pie, I've got some mac and cheese, I've got some Spanish chicken, which I've made on just about every trip this year in one way or another, and I've got some risotto, vegetarian risotto. So I'm going to put olive oil with that for supper, and those are my 5 suppers. Again, if that's not enough, I've got enough granola bars and other stuff to tie me over. Then my 5 breakfasts, I usually try and mix it up a little bit, but again, this is kind of last minute, so my 5 breakfasts are simply 5 packets of quick oats with dehydrated fruit. I've got, this one has a mixture actually of cranberries, raisins, and apricots. I've got 3 of them like that, 1 just apricots, 1 just raisins, and it's got brown sugar and dehydrated milk. So those are my breakfasts. That's my whole, that's all my food for 5 days. Probably got lots. Alright, so my pack weight without consumables, so that's no food, no water, no fuel, but all the containers, like the earth sack and the water bottle. My base pack weight, and that includes my Crocs and my Gore-Tex socks, which may not come along with me, and my tarp. The base weight is 24.4 pounds. Add my food and other consumables and I'm up to 34 pounds. So pretty comfortable launch weight for a 5-day trip. Right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.